China has imposed sanctions on 10 UK organisations and individuals including the former Conservative Party leader Ian Duncan Smith, but what do these sanctions mean for Britain? Trade and politics are intertwined. The deterioration of relations between two countries can have significant ramifications for both, and their allies, meaning tensions between the UK and China threaten to have major consequences. A decade ago China was a strategic ally of the British government, but state relations have soured in recent years. And now the Chinese government recently imposed sanctions on EU and UK parliamentarians, think tanks, academics, and committees. Professor Juscelino Colles, a professor of business law, political science, and co-director of the School of Law's Frederick K. Cox International Law Center said the sanctions have been put into effect in relation to human rights abuses in Xinjiang. China said the 10 penalties were implemented due to the spreading of lies and disinformation about these human rights abuses. The move comes as a response to Britain's decision to implement measures against 4 Chinese officials and follow a similar punishment by China against a group of MEPs, European academics and think tanks. The named Britons have long called for sanctions against China over the alleged mass rounding up for Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang. Sanctions are a popular political tool used by countries when dealing with foreign nations. Economic sanctions are commercial and financial penalties applied by one or more countries against a targeted self-governing state, group, or individual. These penalties are not necessarily imposed because of economic circumstances, but instead may also be imposed for a variety of political, military, and social issues. The sanctions have been condemned by Western countries, with the EU and UK calling them an attack on democracy. Professor Colles told Express, these are economic and travel sanctions the United States and its allies, Canada, the European Union, and the United Kingdom, have imposed against 4 individual Chinese officials for human rights violations, and for their roles in implementing forced labor programs and mass detention programs. The alleged acts against the Uyghur Muslim minority have taken place in the Xinjiang region, in northwest China. The United States began similar sanctions last year, during the Trump administration, targeting the Chinese government growing repression in Xinjiang, as well as Hong Kong. At the time, the United States went further than its allies have gone so far by calling the actions against Uyghur Muslims genocide.